Let's fire those sirens up, guys. Well, I come home to a fire. Mystery fire put out. Come home from work and it's blazing. Don't know. Don't understand what happened. How it caught on fire. It's gonna line back up. I'm gonna have to go get some more water. I think that tree has got in that power line and heated it up and caught it on fire. That's what I think.
Come on, cowboy.
Had to bring in some reinforcements, I guess.
Listen. Now show. And I'm coming. Oh, so that one ain't no older than me either. Go help us.
Yeah, I come home from work and that was blazing. Boys changed the porcelain thing out and flip the connection or change it one. Can he reach it? He is trying to reach it from the ground to make the connection. There'll be a big surge of power. Maybe some sparks. Y'all see that hooky tool he's using there? You can get a hold of that and push it up into the line. There we go, going up. And will it connect? Bam. We just caught fire.
Oh yes, my fat ass is going to eat.
And that ain't all of it. None of my security lights is on. Well, that light's on, but my other ones ain't on. Has Darlene got power? Yeah. Okay, now I see my lights are on. All right, we good to go. We got power. I can't believe I come home to a damn fire. This has been a crazy year for us. Crazy. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tickle that little bell. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully we don't burn down. I'm going to go finish putting that fire out. Happened at the house, except that tree got hot. That breaker throwed on that line. He took that hook and pushed that breaker back up. Another guy had to, he rode out after I sat and I met the guy outside because I got my guns and went and sat in the yard because the yard was dark as fuck. I mean, everything was dark. And I finally seen some spotlights. And KU man come up, and I laid my shotgun down. And I walked over and was talking to him. And I said, when I come in from work, I said, I pulled in. I said, this ground was on fire. And I said, you can still see some cherries burning. I said, that tree, I guess, is growed in those lines. I said, that tree service didn't cut them. I said, that tree's got hot. I said, and it's hotter and it's caught on fire. He says, well, it's not in the lines now. I said, this sumbitch probably burnt and broke, buddy. I said, now I'm telling you what I seen when I come home from work. I said, now there was a fire here. I said, it wasn't set by nobody. I said, I don't have no ill will neighbors. I said, nothing like that. I said, if I had an ill will neighbor, they'd burn my fucking house down, not burn it down here in the bottom of the yard where it ain't gonna catch nothing on fire. I said, but if I hadn't have seen this would have burned all the way around my fence. I said, all around it. I said, and it might have caught my house on fire. I said, this is gonna have to be cleared out and took care of. I said, they come up here and they cut this big tree over here. It was dead. I said, I asked them to cut this shit out from under these power lines. They looked at it and told me it wasn't big enough. I said, well, it's grown since then. I even told him, I said, now I know you're an electrician. You know that wood's not conductive, but it will heat up and it will catch fire. And he was like, well, I don't understand why you and just the other house is out. And I said, when you flip that back on, you'll see why. I said, because this place over here is lit up like a baseball field. I said, I pulled a lot of power, buddy. He finally flipped it on after he rode all over the place. Tasha's getting mad as hell because he wasn't listening. They ended up calling for backup. The other guy was like, flip it up there. I told him the same thing I did. Flip that thing up there. Let's see what happens. It shot a little far, little sparks.
Well, it said, this is caused from the incident on 9/7/2024 at whatever, 4 something in the morning.
No, it's not.
I was like, okay, I want to talk to a person. I want to talk to a person.
That's all right. I'll talk to him.
I told Tammy, I said, I'm getting so fucking mad. She said, do you want to take my car and go home? I said, no.
Why is you getting mad?
I told Tammy I was getting mad.
Why was you getting mad?
Because when you're sitting there and you don't know what's going on, you have no way of finding out what's going on, that gets aggravating, Mark Edward.
Well, I'd say it does, but I got it.
I mean, now come on.
I'm just glad I'm just glad I left when I left, because Tasha or nobody would have seen that. And if that would have blazed on up for another hour, she would have been scared.
Well,
I pulled up, looked at it. I mean, it had probably hadn't been burning 5 minutes when I seen it. I mean, I even had enough time to video for it, but
oh, so you cussed me hollering, I had to put a fucking fire out to keep our house from burning, but you videoed it?
yeah, for about 5 seconds.
Okay.
Then I throwed a big old
I
bucket
think
of
I would have
water
kept
over
that to myself, or I would have told me that.
So, yeah, I wanted you to see it.
Yeah, you did. You wanted it for YouTube.
Wanted you to see it.
Yeah, I was standing in the bedroom today.
I even pulled up towards Jeremy's to look and see because everybody was like, is that a
As soon as I
fire?
went in, I looked at Liz and I said, tell me how to get my vacation days. She said, take them. I said, I don't want to take them. She said, what are you wanting? I said, I want them paid. I want the money. She said, okay, I'll turn them in. Not a problem. I said, thank you. She said, Gloria, please don't make a decision. I said, Liz, fuck you. She said, I ain't done nothing. I said, nope, but asking me to stay here and be treated like shit, I'm not doing. I said, 3 years I went through this building. I have done everything Joy has ever asked me to do. I have never said no. I've never threw a fit. I've never done nothing. I said, but everything I've ever asked, I sure in hell get a no about. I said, so, and now I don't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting that supervisor job after this. So, I don't care. They can have their fucking job. She said, listen, she said, on a serious note, she said, you need to think about it. I said, oh, Liz, don't worry. I'm not going to up and fucking quit my job and not have another job. I said, okay, I'm not going to quit and realize, oh my God, I can't get a job and I'm going to have to go back to Laurel's. I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, so, I know what I'm doing. Well, I go in the Joy comes over and I won't stand there and talk to Joy. So I went in the bedroom doing my medicine. And Joey walks up behind me and I didn't hear her back there at all. I didn't even know she was back there. She said, baby girl, I'm so tired and it's just a Monday. I said, well, it's bad to be tired on Monday, I guess. She said, I know, baby girl. Like that. And I didn't say nothing to her. I just laughed. And I turned back around at my medicine. Well, I heard her walk out of the room, so I walked back in there and I told Liz, I said, I'm going to set my medicine up on the other side. I said, go on home. You're feeling bad. I said, you don't need to stay here when you're feeling bad. I said, you're done sick anyway. And she said, don't walk out until you think this out. I said, ain't nothing to think out, Liz. She said, I wished you would listen to me. I said, and I wished you would listen to me.
You're going to sit there and pull out behind you.
I said, I didn't do anything. I said, I don't talk to neither one of them girls to be doing what I'm accused of. I said, and I don't care. And she said, I just wish you would listen. I said, I'm done listening, Liz. I said, I'm not going to let my days go by another week or two and somebody lie on me and then she fires me or suspends me and I get mad and quit. I said, and then I lose my 8 days. I said, fuck it, I want my days paid. I said, because last week I would have walked the fuck up out of here. And she said, I'm going and talking to Joy tomorrow. I said, I don't care what you do. You can talk to whomever you feel like you need to talk to. I said, but you better not make no promises because I'm telling you right now, you can't make me keep them. And I went over to the other side. Well, I said, Tammy Dean worked with me tonight. So, Tammy was like, what you need me to do? I said, oh, you're fine. I said, we'll get people in a minute and all that because she hadn't never worked a second. And I was telling her, just give me a minute. I'd kind of tell her what to do, you know, as we kind of went along.
Tammy Dean, Jerry's?
No, Tammy Dean, honey. Tammy. She's married to a guy. I don't know what his name is.
Well, I'm Tammy Dean, I know.
Tammy's not a Dean. She's a Carol.
Well, that's on.
But anyway, so when we got the people, Joey comes out to leave. Me and her was sitting outside and she was smoking. Joey comes out of the building to leave and she hollers at me. And she said, what are you doing the next few days? I said, working. She said, well, I was kind of wondering what you were doing like before you come into work. I said, well, I don't know. I got several things I probably got to do. That's how I even said it. I said, why are you asking me that? And she said, I might need your help. I said, you might need my help. She said, yeah. She said, Kimber tried to work today but couldn't because Josh wouldn't, or whatever his name, I can't think of his name, wouldn't keep the kids. And Gunner's sick. I said, do you know what Gunner has? And she said, well, yeah. I said, Gunner has hand, foot, and mouth disease. I said, that is highly contagious. She said, yeah, but if you wash your hands, it's not contagious. Kimber is not a really, really clean person. That's why I don't want to take food from her and Brian. And I was like, well, I don't know. If you want me to do a Walmart order, you can message. If I've got a car and can help, I don't care to help, but I don't know that I'll be able to. That's what I told her. And I said, I'll help Kimber any way I can. I said, Kimber and Brian has always been there for me. And she said, yeah. She said, the other day when we were having some issues, she said, Brian and Kimber was defending you and John. She said, I have you to know that every one of them was against me. And I said, I really don't care who defended me. I said, the one that mattered, that should have defended me, didn't. Because that's the way I see it. And she said, well, everything will blow over just like it always does. I'm glad you think so. I'm tickled pink you think so, because I don't. So, anyway, I go back over and sit down with Tammy, and Tammy says, what was she wanting? I was telling Tammy what she was wanting. And Tammy's like, Gloria, that's not right. I said, what do you mean? She said, don't let them push over you like that. She said, you've got a good heart. And she said, I don't believe nothing that's been told on you. She said, a lot of people up in this building don't believe it. She said, and you don't need to let Joy push over you like that. I said, I never told Joy I would do anything for sure. I just told her she could message me and I'd see where I was at. I said, but let me tell you something, Tammy. I said, for number one, I don't do nothing in this building to help Joy. I said, what I do in this building is to help these people. I said, and I hate seeing these people do without. And she was like, well, I understand that. I said, well, it's hard and I have hard times with things. I said, but that's how I see it. I said, what I do for these people, these old people that don't have nobody. And she said, well, I understand that. She said, but I wouldn't let them push over me. I said, I'm not letting them push over me no more. I said, I'm done with the pushing over. She said, girl, that's why I quit not too long ago. I said, yeah, I know it was. I said, I know it was because of how you was getting done. Well, Tammy McKnight rings the dinner bell. So we go down to dinner. Well, I'm coming back from dinner and I run into Heather. Oh my God, Heather is fucking furious. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And she said, who in the hell is Tiffany? I said, I don't know. She said, well, she was here last night about 5:30. I said, honey, there was not no Tiffany here. Yes, they was. I talked to her. I said, no, there wasn't. There was Brooke and Stephanie. Brooke got HC's phone and called Heather's mother-in-law instead of calling Heather and told her that HC was sick and he needed sent out. Well, Debbie don't get a hold of Heather until later on, like an hour and a half later on. And Heather is furious because there's plainly a code up in front that says if anyone calls for any information other than Heather and Gary, they are to have this code. If they don't have this code, they can't see him or talk to him. Well, Brooke, of course, don't know that because Brooke's not a med aide. And Debbie's phone is not in HC's chart. She got HC's phone, used her cell phone, and called this woman. Well, she asked me to look in the chart and see if Debbie's number was on her. She wanted it took out. I told her no, it wasn't. I was on there was hers and Sean's, or Gary Sean. They call him Gary Sean. Anyway, I said, that's how it's on here. Debbie's ain't on here. And she goes and gets his phone. As soon as she opens his phone, there's Debbie's number pulled up. And she said, what if Debbie had been them people that he was living with and we don't want them to know where he's at, blah, blah, blah. They would have knew he was at the Laurels. I said, that's a good point. Oh, my God. The more she talked, the madder she got. So she said she's calling Joy in the morning And she said she's going to tell Joey this is the second time that Brooke has contacted her from Brooke's personal phone instead of going and getting a Med-Aid. And that she's tired of it. And this time, she lied to her and gave her a fake name. And then you got Sedina calling because Phyllis is off her rocker. Well, Phyllis is over there telling Dr. Raza that the reason why her nerves is tore up and why she feels the way she does is because she has Brooke and her man sitting in her bedroom. Daylight to dark. And Dr. Raza called Sedina and asked Sedina who was Phyllis's visitors. Yeah. So Joey's about to have a big, big, huge mess on her hands and don't even know it's coming. And Tammy's sitting there, and Tammy looked at Heather and said, we are floor workers. We're not even allowed in their charts. We can't get in there and get a phone number. We're not allowed. And Heather said, exactly. And Brooklyn shouldn't be getting the phone number out of HC's phone and calling.
No, it's his personal property or whatever.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, this ain't nothing but a... And then I don't know what Tammy's going to say tomorrow because she's already mad that boy ain't working. And then he's sitting up there with Brooke, and that's probably going to make things even worse.
We need to get some cigarettes or a pack of cigarettes or something.
Well, stop at Munchcott's. I wish she said it in Harlan, but...
I didn't think about it. I thought we had to go somewhere for Sissy.
Well, Mark Haney, if they need something, I don't know about it.
I could have swore Tasha told Kylie that she would have you pick something up,
Well,
and that
if she
she
told
talked
that, I
to
don't
you, and then I kind of lost track of time and tried to rush out the door because I thought I had to stop somewhere to get Sissy something.
No, I don't have nothing from Kylie or Tasha.
Well, maybe I just misheard something. I don't know. I could have swore is what she told me. That she'd have you pick something up.
And that man was supposed to come and fix the internet today. Well, the thing says it got fixed, but Angel says nobody never showed up.
That DirecTV guy, if our satellites tear up, they fix them remotely somehow. I do not know
We
how.
don't have DirecTV.
But they're your internet, honey. Somehow
No,
or another.
Never mind.
Our
You
satellites,
want to give me some money?
our satellites run off internet now.
Well,
We
I'm
don't have a
telling-
dish for some reason. We got some new setup.
That's at the hotel, not at the house.
I understand that, but I'm saying is maybe they could have fixed it remotely. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay, but he plainly stated he needed to come out to the house and check stuff.
Oh,
Don't
our
have to
house?
be there.
Our house? Or your? Oh, I was just talking about your work. That's
Because
fine.
everything's $8 and $10. And,
That's fine. I
I
know it.
mean, Marlboro Black, same thing as the Winston.
I wish I'd have said something harder. It ain't no big deal.
Well, at Food City, they're $5.30 a pack. You gotta buy both packs, but still it's $11.
Word.
Food City, Marlboro Black's $11 for 2 packs.
All right.
Yeah.
It's crazy that if she gonna move our food that old man, I'm gonna back.
When are you? Did Miss Shields say anything to you? Or
Get that.
I'm sorry.
Get over it. Told you what Miss Shields says. I gotta get hold of her.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Well, I didn't know you hadn't talked to her daughter. You said you was gonna message her today. Fucking Randy Gilbert. I got a feeling that little baby's his. If it ain't his, I bet it's his grandbaby because it's got his eyes. He was in there telling it to smile at me and it wasn't smiling at all.
They called it Papo when they come outside. They said something about, oh, you gotta look something, food with him now or whatever. And he waved at him.
He's like old, what's his name, Marvin J., washed up sheriff.
Who is?
Randy Gilbert.
Oh. Yeah, I about figured you wouldn't talk to no person after I got thinking on the way home. That's why I went and set out in the yard.
Man, I was mad by the time I got.
Told Tasha to go over and tell Brittany not to just bust through the door and shit like that. I was gonna sit outside because I mean everything was fucking pitch black. Wonder where his little buddy is.
I'm telling.
Boy, Chris Brewer's on YouTube running his flapper buddy.
What about?
Said over this roundup he just done in Cumberland, said that he's got 2 more lined up. He's gonna clean Harlan County up. There ain't gonna be no dope in Harlan and all this. I mean, he's running his mouth, buddy.
Chris Curtis better be careful.
He says, I'm warning all y'all right now. I'm watching everybody in the county. He said, I've been a cop for so many years. I know every damn body that smokes pot to does heroin. He said, I'm going to get every damn one of you. He said, if you selling something, I'm going to get you. Yeah, Chris better be careful. He started talking about how the community calls in on them tip lines and how he has deputies stake out people's fucking houses even when they ain't selling dope. Said that 70-some% of the tips that come in there ain't even legitimate, but they investigate every fucking one of them. So you can, he even said it don't matter who you are. He said you can message or go to that website. He said you can do everything anonymously. He said, and we'll investigate anybody you turn us on to. I thought, well, goddamn, all I gotta do is get pissed off at somebody and say so-and-so selling dope. Then the law's gonna be outside their fucking house for fucking the next 6 months. I mean, bragging real big about how he got to go into Letcher County and get that one. I thought, yeah, you wouldn't have got to go get him if you wasn't fucking escorted by the sheriff. Said he has close to 40 police officers on his payroll. And he has one in just about every community. Bailey was on there running his mouth, talking about how he got to arrest some of his cousins, how he enjoyed it. I thought, man, you enjoy taking people's freedom and locking them in a dungeon. That's real good. He did say one thing I did like, though, but ain't nobody gonna do it. He said that if anybody out there, he said this is to anybody that uses drugs. He says, if you walk up into the sheriff's office and ask for help, he said, I'll make sure you go into a rehab. He said it won't cost you a dime. He said that the sheriff's office will pay for it, which I guess is an alright thing to do, but there ain't nobody gonna walk up in that motherfucker and ask for no help. I don't mind my tax dollars helping somebody like that, but there ain't nobody gonna do it after you sit there and talk about how you want to fucking throw every one of them in jail. Said he had like 21 possible, he called them possible warrants that he was going to turn over to the grand jury and see what he could get. And I thought 2 more roundups. You're going to do one at Thanksgiving, one at Christmas. Just like the good old days. You want to fuck with people during the holiday season. Yeah, Chris got a lot of shady motherfuckers. There was one dude, last time I went down there myself, as soon as I walked in the door, he was like, wait right there. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I don't know what you want, don't I? And I said, yeah, I think so. And then him and this one boy sitting there talking. And that one boy kept like looking over towards me. And Chris was like, don't worry about who that is. And dude was just acting shady. He kept wanting to buy shit and then not buy shit. Then he ended up buying 4 of the damn Peach Xanaxes. Then he ended up buying some of the white ones. And then he ended up buying 2 bags of pot. I told Chris, I said, that dude's funny acting motherfucker. He said, yeah, he gets shit for different people. I thought, yeah, that's what you don't need.
Well,
Somebody getting shit for other people. Because that's the motherfucker that's going to rat you out when he gets caught.
Yep.
Because all he's doing is clipping bags and stupid shit like that. Get ahead.